Sunday. Justin.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
Tremendous overall athlete. Does everything that you're looking for. Big time in the quarterback run game against their better opponents, but can also operate skillfully from the pocket and can beat you with his mind as well.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 21 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL. We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Throwing on third down, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And no one can run the football like Lamar Jackson from the quarterback position. The most dynamic guy with the ball in his hands since probably Michael Vick. Got more accurate throwing the football each and every year at Louisville. But how about this one? A first-round pick in 2017, the number 32 pick in the first round. The last guy to do that at Louisville, Teddy Bridgewater, the same exact pick when he came out.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
There certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that number 1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
Brings up shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
Ravens nothing.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field, and he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he gets it up past the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
And inches.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
The 50-yard line. A 4-yard pickup on the play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers point their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will tie us at 3-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And the Rams getting set to go now. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Fighting through, and he's got space. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
At the 31. A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. McCaffrey. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
They'll try the air now with Watson. He's going to take off with it.
Watson on the keeper.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 3rd down, Watson dancing to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense back out there. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run on first down. It's Jennings, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And the Raven first down.
Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Complete to number 81.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the first down.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as some good running there gets him down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door.
A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal from the 2-yard line.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead.
Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So edgy. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Tackled.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Watson, quick hitter here, it's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 10.
Back to throw, Watson. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Now Tucker to add the PAT.
Extra point.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This will make it into the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a
I was
threat.
going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a run with McCaffrey. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Rams on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
A 3-yard loss.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggles, still winning here in the 2nd quarter.
33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
third down. And
Jackson.
yards.
And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Deshaun Watson making his way back out, the focus of our players' spotlight, and he has not really been able to have a lot of comfort back there in the pocket. Pressure's been coming at him a lot, hasn't it?
And they've got to figure out how to tamp down that pressure. How do they decrease it? Is it getting rid of the football quicker? You know, shorter drops? Maybe they do something different with their pass blocking and their protection schemes. Maybe you meet them on the line of scrimmage instead of retreating to try and protect your quarterback. They've got to pick.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Taken down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, here's Watson. Escaping the press. Oh, the ball is in. Watson lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
The practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job 1 paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. And now here come the Ravens. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Jackson. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st down, Baltimore.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 13.
Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
After that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. And pressure gets to him again.
The pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
2nd and 4.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense.
They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them attack right here on this play.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal at the 6-yard line.
And Jackson throwing once more. And it's going to be caught. Oh, one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Tucker now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
And the lead now, 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, where it was the visiting Falcons who were able to come away with the victory. Gardner Minshew, over 300 yards passing in the victory with a couple of touchdown passes as well. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Miami Dolphins. 20-9, the final score. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football to wrap up the week between the Buffalo Bills and the Tennessee Titans. In the game you're watching, we've seen a strong first half out of Lamar Jackson. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
This will make it into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
And that's where this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Operating from the gun, Jackson finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
A gain of 6 there on first.
The pickup of 6. Brings up second.
To throw again on second down. Watson, they'll roll him out right. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
first down. This is McCaffrey. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Out of the gun, Watson. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Down at the 26. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw is Watson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yards to go.
Watson. He's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
24. Rams 6.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 27-yard line.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Jackson on first down. And right with it here over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Ravens.
On first down. Jennings. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go play action with Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's right. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 36. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Rams' 27-yard line.
On the option, Jackson will keep it. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
On the keeper. Tackled at the 25-yard line. A pickup of 2 yards. First down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Underneath for Jennings. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Number 23.
It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. To throw is Jackson. They go screenplay with Jennings. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Deshaun Watson making his way back out. The focus of our players' spotlight. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
Because they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
10 at the 40-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
6.
Watson on first down. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at their 49-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd down and 1.
The Rams on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet. Not
a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Watson looks to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. Breaks free again. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 5.
Again, it's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Got a man, it's Patterson complete. And he's strapped, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
And to give this time to the tailback. The tackle there by John Johnson.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Ravens on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Jennings. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm.
He's brought down.
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
3rd and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage, but it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force, and they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. Here's Jennings. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. This is Jennings. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jennings. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They run again with Jennings. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The Ravens on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
There's that man again. It's complete. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a first down to boot.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
They'll run on first down. Haywood. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Haywood had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now 4th down.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight.
A 30-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Rams 6.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. L.A. readies for its next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
On first down, it's Watson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
28-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Throwing again on second down. Watson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth.
On first down, it's Jennings, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So that'll back him up 5.
Still first down.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Jennings.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a first and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long third and goal. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Baltimore, they'll hit double digits with their 10th win of the year. And they'll have another road date next week with a Kansas City.